Good morning, everyone. I'm Chrysanthi Finn, and today I want to talk to you guys about the power of using live video to build your business. And it was funny because when I was getting ready to do this, I was like, should I make a YouTube video? Should I just do a post? What should I do? And I was like, duh, I'm talking about live video. I better go live. So here we are live. I can't promise that I won't have interruptions from my little ones. I've kind of given them a little warning, so hopefully we won't. But here we go. So I love live video. If you guys follow me, you know that I love it. I feel like it's a great way for my customer base and my friend base to get to know me personally and to feel my energy kind of come through them and see that I'm genuine and that I'm not just words behind a computer screen, right? So I have played around with this a lot and I'm still playing around with it, but I found ways to make it work for my business and to really be a way to save time, a multi-purpose feature, I guess you could say. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to use it on your like page and your personal page, as well as how to use it for your team page. And these are things that I've used and I have gotten great feedback from. So hopefully you will too. So first of all, I want to talk to you about how to start out your live video. So there are a few things that you can do to kind of increase the engagement, to increase the views, and to get people excited about what it is that you're talking about. So first of all, one thing you can do is you could put a teaser out there. So let's say it's, today is Wednesday morning, and on every Wednesday you're going to do, a certain topic, like what I ate on Wednesday. So in the morning, you could go ahead and put up a little image that says going live at 8:30 Eastern time, and then the topic, and you could put that out there. And then that way there, people know that at 8:30, they're gonna watch Chrysanthi Finn live because they don't wanna miss it because she always comes on with good content, right? Now, I'll tell you that I am a very spontaneous person, so while I may have the good intention of going live at 8:30 every Wednesday night, it doesn't always happen, so I tend to not do that because otherwise I might put it out there and forget to go live. So if you know that you're pretty structured, do that. Now, when you start your video, everyone kind of has a different perspective with this, but I have listened to Chalene and I know just from watching people what I prefer to see. So when I start my live video, I like to start out just like if I were going to be speaking on stage, right? If I were to walk up on stage, I would start out by kind of bringing the energy into the room, and I would start out by letting people know what I'm going to be talking about, right? I would jump right into it. I might start with an engaging question having to do with the topic, a rhetorical question, or maybe a question that could get them to start to answer, right? Think of how you write out your posts. What I don't like to, personally, what I don't like to watch, and from what I've read and researched, it's not a great tactic, is to go on live, see the countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then sit there and go, all right, we're just going to wait for people to come on. Okay, we've got 2 people. All right, yeah. I can't stand that, and I don't mean to say to offend anyone who does that. I just don't think it's effective, because for me, if I'm not watching it live, if I'm going back and watching the replay, I'm like, come on, just do it already. Like, I've seen crazy things. I've seen people like eating in between bites and like saying a few words. Like, it doesn't work for me. So I like to go on right away, start out with an engaging question, bring the energy up so people are like, yeah, I want to watch her. Okay, so that's my tip for when you're starting out. Now, as you're going on with your video, as it goes, you want people to stay watching, right? Because we all have a limited time of, like, I don't know, I've got like ADD, self-diagnosed. So we want to make sure we're keeping people engaged. So throughout your video, you can ask questions and say like, have you ever, or does this apply to you? Comment below if, or what, whatever it is that pertains to you. If you're talking about a challenge group, you might want to say something like, anyone else used to take, body pump classes at the gym? I know it's not just like, and then people can comment. Or, hey, does anyone else like feel like when they're at the gym, they would work hard and they would look at these trainers and be like, gosh, if I could just follow them around all day and see what they would eat. Like, does anyone else relate to that? And then people could comment. Or you can ask a specific question and say, put your answers in the comments below. I'm not going to answer it right now while I'm talking because they don't pop up, but I promise to get back to you within 24 hours. And then that way people are commenting and then your stuff keeps popping up so that if you're not, if they're not watching you live, they can still go back and comment and you can see those things coming up. And then at the end, you can always do a call to action for them, right? So The next thing is, now you know how to start, you know how to kind of keep people engaged and keep it going even after it's a live video. But here's what I do on my personal and like page that I find gets the most engagement. I like to do personal development takeaways. I like to show what book I'm talking about, not necessarily always related to the business, because on my personal page it's not usually beneficial for me to talk to people about what I'm already doing in the business, I guess you could say. So hold on one second, buddy. Here we go. So PD takeaways I like to do. I like to show them the book. I like to do
all the pups.
Oh, there's some more. I'll be right there, okay? All right, so then I also like to do workout tips. Like if I've just finished a workout, I like to go live and say, you guys, I just did this workout and this move was amazing. I could feel it all over. Let me break it down for you, and I'll show them the workout move. I like to do recipes. Sometimes if I'm making something and it's simple, I'll go live and make it because it's easy. And then they can see, like, I'm a hot mess. Like, I'm not a cook, you know? And then also I'll do transformations live. This is something that I've done. Instead of just slapping up a transformation, I like to go live on my computer and talk about the transformation and highlight the person. And then also, like, I can zoom over to my computer and show them. I know, the dog. Show them the picture. Now, this is something that does happen when I go live. My kids do come into the page. But here's why I go with it. Because I feel like when I'm putting myself out there live, I want people to see the real me. And I want to show, like, this is what happens when you're building a business from home. Yeah, like, you're going to see this face. You're going to hear these, like, interruptions. So it may not work for everyone, but if they're going to be someone who I'm going to want to work with, they're going to have to be patient for that. So those are things that I do on my personal and my like page. Now, something that I've really started to love is using live video for my team page. I just started this month and I loved it. What I did was, for the first week of every month, because I have my Coach Basics album in my team page, on the Monday through Friday of week 1 of the month, I go live in my team page with the topic of the day for Coach Basics. And then I have a call to action in there so that people can engage. And then I tag the new coaches so that I know that they see it. But the purpose of that is two-part. One, that I can re-engage coaches who may have, slowed down with their business or never really got off to a good start. They're still getting those basics again. Because so often when we're running our team page, we don't go back to those basics. We kind of plug along with our businesses and helping people. We forget that new people are always coming in. So this is really helpful for me. The other thing is, not only are you re-engaging old coaches and training new coaches, you're taking your coaches who are sitting there saying, I think I could be a leader, but I just don't know if I know how to train people. And you're showing them how easy it is to duplicate what you're doing. So that I have loved doing. The second thing I like doing in my team page is doing, again, those PD takeaways. And there I can do more personal stuff, more specific stuff with the business and show them, I'm doing this every day. This vital behavior is freaking vital. Here's how you can do it. I also like to do coach spotlights. So shouting out my coaches. Also, what I'm starting to do is interview my coaches. So I'll go on Zoom with a coach and interview them. And then I'll live shot it over to the team page so that the other coaches can see what's working for these coaches and give them the shout out. And then it's also a recognition thing that people are like, oh, I want her to interview me. And so that's really cool. Now, okay, so that's my content for my personal page. That's my content for my team page. What's awesome that I love and I wasn't taking advantage of for so long was the fact that you can then, once your video ends, so like when I end this video, I'm going to click finish, and then it's going to pop up that says upload. I'm going to click upload, and it's going to save it to my camera roll. And why I love that is because then I can upload it to YouTube. Now, here's the awesome part, and I learned this from Chalene Johnson. It's like, work smart, right? Now, don't work harder, work smarter. If I can take this live video and now repurpose it and make it a YouTube video on my YouTube channel that I can show to people or I can use to bring people to me, now I've killed two birds with one stone. Then from YouTube, I can pin it to Pinterest. Then I can take it and write a blog post about it, plug the video in there, pin that. So it's then being repurposed, and it's amazing. Then it's also always going to be saved on my team page for my team calls. It's always going to be saved on my personal page for people to see. And I have to tell you guys that so often when I start a conversation with someone, like my Hey Girl conversations, people will say things like, I love watching you live, or I saw you talking live about this. It almost always comes up because it's not just this other, just another MLM person in your newsfeed with their whatever. I'm a person, and I'm not just selling, I'm sharing, and they can feel my passion, they can feel my energy, and they know that I'm genuine, and they know what they're going to get. So this has worked really, really well for me. So I hope that it works well for you guys too. I would like for you guys to do this today. So first of all, I'm going to put in here, because I learned a lot of these tips from a podcast by Chalene Johnson. I'm going to put the link to that in the comments below. And I want you to let me know when you've watched that as well. And then what I want you to do is go ahead in the comments here and tell us what you're going to go live about today on your personal page and what you're going to go live about today on your team page, and let us know how it went. So your call to action is to go ahead and do this and tag your upline. That way there, your upline coach can go and watch your live video on your personal page, okay? That's really all we can do. You could do the upload and share it to this comments, I guess, but the most direct call to action is to go ahead, go live on your personal page, go live on your team page. Let us know what you're going live about. Let us know how it went, and tag your coach so they can go back and watch it as well. All right, I hope that these tips were helpful for you guys. I hope that you find that going live is going to move your business forward, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye, guys.